From the beginning, when I thought about this movie and the trailer where they actually confirmed that Dumbledore is going to be canonically gay, this is the first time that they actually named it. I keep thinking of that song. I think it was JoJo that sang it anytime I think of this movie. It's just a little too late, a little too, like, is it just me? Hashtag JK Rowling still a turf. And welcome to my safe game. Thank you guys so much for clicking on this video and joining me for another review here on the Black Gay Comic Geek channel. If this is your first time clicking on my channel and clicking on one of my videos, hey, how's it going? My name is Michael, the Black Gay Comic Geek. I always say the things that I love to talk about in my fantasy and on my channel has blood, sex, gore, and magic, or any variation of the four. So I love to talk superheroes. I like to talk about action movies. I like to talk about fantasy. I like to talk about comic books. I like to talk video games. I haven't made a video game review in a while. I need to change that. I like to talk sci-fi, I like to talk fantasy, I like to talk black representation and queer representation, and every so often I'll jump out of that because I did see the latest movie, Michael Bay movie, Ambulance, and that's not a fantasy movie, but I do plan on reviewing it because, yeah, there's some things I want to talk about, but let's not talk about that. But yeah, anyway, if that's something that you're interested in, if you enjoy what you're getting on this channel, if you enjoy my face, my personality, if you enjoy what I have to say, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button. I recently checked my analytics and I saw that 35% of you that are watching my videos aren't subscribed. So please do me a favor, hit that subscribe button so we can continue to grow the Black Gay Comic Geek channel. You can join my many 5,000 plus safe gaven ears that are here on the channel. But whether this is your first time or you are a regular on the channel, if you could do me a favor, watch, share, like, comment, interact on this video for the algorithm so we can get the channel out there, the video out there so it can continue to grow. But yeah, we are here to talk non-spoilers for Fantastic Beasts, or we. Who's we? I'm the only one here. I am here to talk Fantastic Beasts, The Secrets of Dumbledore, which is the third installment in the Fantastic Beasts trilogy. And this installment, The Secrets of Dumbledore, the synopsis for it reads, Professor Albus Dumbledore knows the powerful dark wizard Gellert Grindelwald is moving to seize control of the wizarding world. Unable to stop him alone, he entrusts magizoologist Newt Scamander to lead an interpret team of wizards and witches. They soon encounter an array of old and new beasts as they clash with Grindelwald's growing legion of followers. So I ended up seeing this movie twice because I was invited twice. I got a screener from Warner Brothers themselves, so thank you, Warner Brothers. And then I was also invited again to see it in 4DX by Regal, so thank you, Regal. I always enjoy seeing movies in 4DX. If you haven't seen or experienced a 4DX, and no, this video is not sponsored, I wish. If you haven't, Regal sponsor me. But if you haven't experienced a movie in 4DX and you have a Regal cinema in your area, I definitely recommend checking it out. Not for maybe every single movie, because I feel like some movies don't really lend to that. But for like the big blockbuster movies, like an Avengers or Eternals, or I would definitely say see it in 4DX. But for this particular video, because of the circumstances surrounding the movie, in and of itself, I feel like this is going to be less of a review and more of my problems and what I was hoping for this movie, which I guess is technically falls into the review umbrella. But I will get this and say this out of the way. I was very happy to see, if you look at the poster, which I guess I'll put here, the poster for this movie, you had two brown skinned faces on the cover of the poster with Jessica Williams and who I loved since The Daily Show, and then the other actor, I can't think of his name. What is his name? William Nottingham. I've never really seen him in anything before, but not only were they on the poster, but they had pretty prominent roles. Jessica Williams more so, and it's like, it's about time we got to see some, because yeah, we had Dean in the original movies, and he had a more prominent role in the books. But in the movie, I mean, he was there in the movies, but like, where were the black people? And so we finally got some black witches and wizards in this movie. And Jessica Williams had some great moments. She had some great action scenes, great interactions. And honestly, she was my favorite character in this movie. And Ezra Miller, who needs to go to jail, he wasn't in this movie that much, so that was great. And I will say overall, to get the review portion out of the way, like, honestly, I thought this movie was okay. What I did appreciate is that we got to see a lot more, and this is something that I did like about the Fantastic Beasts movies in and of itself. We get to see more of the wizarding world outside of just Hogwarts. Well, Hogwarts was just one campus and one location. We're getting to see more parts of the wizarding world. Like the first movie took place in New York. This one, I forgot where the second movie takes place, but this one takes place in Germany, and we get to see parts of the politics and everything like that within the wizarding community. It's something that was kind of lost, that they took away from the books, because in the books you found out that, like, because, you know, the movies take place in England, that every single prime minister finds out about the wizarding world and they interact with the wizarding world, and we never saw that in the book. So I appreciated that we're getting to see more of the political side of this whole community and everything like that. And because the Wizarding World, this Fantastic Beasts movie, is involved with the adults, we're getting to see more of the adult side of how the adults deal with being witches and wizards more than the kids. And surprisingly enough, I did really like Johnny Depp as Gellert Grindelwald, but I also liked Mads Mikkelsen. They brought two different things to the table, but I feel like Mads Mikkelsen was a little better for me as Grindelwald, because I was like, Johnny Depp still played it. Even though I really liked his performance, he still played like the typical Johnny Deppisms, the weirdness of it. Like, I was like, I still kind of see Captain Jack Sparrow, but somebody like Mads Mikkelsen, I was like, okay, I can see why somebody like a Jude Law would actually fall in love with this character. Like, I wouldn't say there was a little bit more charisma, but I don't know. I liked his performance a little better. But I will say, like, at this point, because Grindelwald has been played by 3 different characters, the first one was Colin Farrell, the second one it was Johnny Depp, and now it's Mads Mikkelsen. At this point, if we're getting a 4th movie, because they did say they wanted to do 5 of these movies, I'm like, at this point, they might as well treat it like the Defense Against the Dark Arts class, where every movie had a different teacher. They need to have every movie just have a different Gellert Grindelwald and just say he changes his appearance every time. Because, like I said, at this point, they might as well. And it only took 11 movies in the franchise, and this isn't a spoiler because it was in the trailer, but yes, they actually finally named that Dumbledore is gay, where he actually came out and said on camera, on screen, that he is in love or was in love with Grindelwald, and he did everything that he did with the two of them and their relationship. He did it out of love. And so finally, like I said, it only took 11 movies for that to happen, but I'll get to that later, and I'm gonna continue with the review part of the movie. But yeah, but overall, like, I feel like this movie started with a bad premise. Like, the whole title of the movie is Fantastic Beasts. At this point, the beasts don't even matter. Like, even if you look at the poster, the Fantastic Beasts is like tiny on the poster, and the big marquee on it is The Secrets of Dumbledore. Like, the beasts don't even matter. Newt Scamander, yeah, he still had a prominent role, but it's not really even about, like, these movies should have been about Dumbledore. And 3 movies in, it's starting to get to the point where I'm like, I don't really care about these characters that we're following. I don't really care about Newt and his brother and Jacob Kowalski and everything. And then I also feel like the movies don't even really care about them, because the real storyline that they really want to follow is Dumbledore. And so because of that, it's like the movie feels like it's competing for the stories that they want to tell. And because, like, yeah, the main character is supposed to be Newt, but it's like you really want the main character to be Dumbledore. So it's like I feel like the movie is pulling focus and is all over the place, because you want to see more of the Wizarding World and Dumbledore, but it's like, well, we started with Newt, so we got to end with and continue with Newt. And it's like, I don't really care anymore about these people. Like, yes, Eddie Redmayne and his characterization as Newt Scamander is charming, but it's like, I feel like his character shouldn't be the lead, and you feel that through this movie. But getting to what I really want to talk about overall, and yeah, like I said, overall, I just thought the movie was okay. But getting to what I really want to talk about with this movie, if you couldn't tell from the title of this episode, like, this movie wasn't gay enough for me. And I don't just say that as obviously a gay black, I mean, I do say that as a gay black man, but my problem with this, what they were trying to do with this franchise, obviously Dumbledore being a gay man and them never naming it until now, it took 11 movies, but like, it's been pretty obvious that WB and Warner Brothers have been trying to pull themselves away from J.K. Rowling and her comments and statements. She wasn't allowed to go to the 20th anniversary reunion. The actors have spoken out against her. With the video game that's coming out, the Hogwarts Legacy video game, they said that J.K. Rowling has not been involved with the making of the video game. And so I thought this movie could have been the perfect opportunity for Warner Brothers to make an even bigger statement with regards to speaking out against J.K. Rowling by making this movie queer as hell. Like I said, this is the first time that we actually heard Dumbledore say he's in love with Grindelwald, but like, that was pretty much it with regards to the homosexuality. I don't know why I use quotes, but the homosexuality in this movie. Like, they could have also took it a step further by having trans actors be in this movie. Having Dumbledore being more like, you mean to tell me throughout all of Dumbledore's life, he only fell in love with one person? And they go back and forth with whether Dumbledore and Grindelwald had an actual romantic relationship or a sexual relationship, or whether it was just one-sided, it was unrequited love or whatever. We don't really know the full answer because they keep that level kind of murky. I'm assuming that they had a sexual and romantic relationship, but was Grindelwald actually in love with him back, or was he using him? We don't really know. But like, but regardless, do you mean to tell me outside of that, especially somebody that looks like Jude Law, Dumbledore's never had another relation? Like, it's the trope of the sexless gay character, which is the trope in media of having a gay character, but you never seeing their romantic and sexual life. But yet, the heterosexual characters, they get to date, they get to court, they get to have romances, they get to have sex, but not the gay character. It kind of happened with Will and Grace for like the first couple of seasons. You got to see Grace's romantic relationship. So Will, he didn't really have a boyfriend until like season 5. And so I just feel like it was a huge missed opportunity. Like, these movies should have been about Dumbledore in the first place. But guess what? Dumbledore is gay. And yet it seems like these studios are still scared to have a gay leading character, especially in a fantasy franchise. Like, the straight agenda just won't, like, I'm so over it. But with that said, there were still a couple of action scenes that were very interesting and very dynamic, especially with the way the magic worked, being that these are adults and being that they are more trained than the kids in the Harry Potter universe. So like I mentioned, Jessica Williams got some action scenes. Like, they all got some action scenes, and that really made it interesting. And the cool tricks and things that we've never seen done before in the other Harry Potter movies with the magic and everything like that. And then also there was a little bit of like, I was like, is this Doctor Strange? Like, what's going on? Because there was like mirror dimensions and everything that we've never seen in Harry Potter before. But it was cool. It was interesting. So that's part of the thing that kept me interested in the movie. But overall, I would say if it wasn't for my knowledge of the books and knowing that at the end, Dumbledore and Grindelwald had an epic battle that was like the greatest wizarding duel in the history of wizarding duels, and that's how Dumbledore got the Elder Wand. And I'm assuming if they get 5 movies, that's going to be a battle that happens in the movie number 5. If it wasn't for that battle that I really would like to see, honestly, I'm like, I don't really care about this franchise. And like 3 movies in, and I'm just like, I will say though, this is the best of the 3, but that's not even really saying nothing. So I would say for me, The Secrets of Dumbledore is a high breaking even. So yeah, that's all I really wanted to say about The Secrets of Dumbledore. But I know the movie's not out yet, but if you do plan on seeing the movie, and if you are conflicted about seeing the movie because of the comments that J.K. Rowling said, because you can always, instead of seeing it in the movie theaters, wait till it goes on HBO Max. Do like I did. Obviously, you might not be able to get a screener because I saw it for free, so I'm not putting any money in her pocket. Wait till it goes on HBO Max, and then you can see it, because you're not directly putting money into her pocket by seeing it in the movie theater. So if you do plan on seeing it, come back to this video. Let me know your thoughts on the movie. And also, if you can, hit that thumbs up button and like this video to really help out with the channel. If this is your first time checking out one of my videos, please check out the other videos on my channel. And if you like what you see, please subscribe for more. And hit that bell notification button so you're alerted every single time I post a new video. And tell your friends, families, and neighbors about my channel to help me continue to grow. And as always, I will catch you guys next time.